Welcome to the final episode of Becoming the Goddaughter, episode 11. My favorite number, it would appear. I've come with note cards, coming to you live with note cards, because there's a few things I want to make sure I hit on before we depart from this here YouTube. While this journey, this final act, and for my final act, while this final act is coming to a close, a beginning of the next leg of the journey is afoot. And we are going to close this with wonder and hope and a pizzazz, so to speak. First, we will begin with the value offering, my favorite part, even though this is all about other things. It really actually is just about me talking to you about what I know to be true. And I was thinking about all the things I've already shared with you and all the things I haven't shared with you about what I believe to be true about life, about creativity, about love, about parenting, about friendships, relationships, la, 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 la. We could talk forever about everything, right? But the value offering for you today, and this is going to be my prop, I think, even if I never read it. There's a chance I don't read anything on this. A chance I'm willing to take. That's what happens when I officiate weddings, by the way. Did I tell you guys I officiate weddings? Weddings and funerals I do. I've done about 18 weddings. I type up a thing. I'm looking at the paper sometimes, but I'm just saying other shit. It always ends up being great. Okay, so the value offering, without further ado, is family. I don't care. I mean, I do care. I do care. But go with me. I don't give a fuck if you're no contact with everyone in your family of origin. This message still applies to you. I do care if you are no contact, because that's very challenging. But to the point that I'm trying to make, okay? Are you following me? Your family of origin or of soul, AKA your chosen family. There is nothing more important that you could do in your entire life than to cultivate that relationship. Those intimate, purposeful relationships. If you have grand dreams, which I'm sure you do, and I hope you do, if you don't think you do, one day it is my hope that you remember what those are, because it's in there. This is hilarious. Because they're in there. You were born with them, okay? Side note. This is going to be a lot of a side note, but you're going to follow me because you're smart. You're a genius. You're a masterpiece. You, me, you, all of us. Your family is your mission. It is your purpose, who you choose to be your fullest self with, to offer wisdom to receive wisdom from, to learn, to grow, to try. What you choose to pass forward to your kids or your brother's kids or your sister's kids or the random kid on the street that for some reason you just love the shit out of. See what I mean here? Blood isn't required for family. But those people in your sphere, for whatever reason, conscious or unconscious, known or unknown, how you show up to those relationships and what you choose to give of yourself, the generosity of spirit, the hope, the truth, the willingness to say the things that maybe the people before you weren't quite able to say for whatever reason. And at the end of the day, the days when the sun is setting and you're sitting around the table with those people, the moments that you share of laughter and tears and triumph and failure, The moments may change, the feelings inevitably change, but the people and the capacity to show up and be there, come what may, and share that energy with each other. That's the point. The whole point is to be fully you. My laundry is going off at this very dramatic moment. To dramatic. Maybe that means it's important and cool. What was I saying? Let's just listen. Is that Beethoven? Anyways, who will you choose to be with your family? And if you are in a frequency of unconditional love while doing so, you have no clue, and you don't need to know. That's the point. You don't need to know or have a clue of how powerful cohesivity like that is, not only for your individual lives, but for everyone you meet and everywhere you go. Everything you choose to grow and build and create and make and fight for, outside of that, cohesive, unconditionally loving family, that's extra. That's not the goal. That's not the goal. That is the outcome if you so choose to build upon it after you get that feeling of love, acceptance, and reciprocity within your family. And your family, and you're supposed to do like stupid shit too. It's not all these grand plans. It's not. Sometimes it's crying on the floor and like, what the fuck this? And sometimes you're moved to tears because someone in your family said something so unbelievably piercing. You're like, holy shit, how did a 6-year-old say that to me right now? Because even if you're the adult in the situation, your family, it's age neutral. The wisdom does not have an age limit. Everything is available if we're willing to be present to it. Family is the most important thing in your life. And if you don't feel like you have one cultivated right now, go get one. Because if the one you were given didn't measure up, one, there's a reason for that. Probably for this moment right now, for you to realize, fuck, there might be a reason. What is that reason? Am I willing to surrender to figure out what that reason is? Okay. And if I am, maybe I am deserving to find other people outside of my bloodline that may show up for me and teach me and take me in and love me and listen to me. Right? Okay. Yes. Choose your family. Honor your family. Love yourself as you show up for the people you love. And that is the holy grail of life.